Hello everybody and welcome back to Sonic the Hedgehog 8-Bit. This time we're starting off with Aqua Lake Zone. Or Aqua Lake Zone. And Act 1 is actually pretty cool. Unlike most water levels, you can just bounce across the water, so... yeah, water level that you don't have to actually go through, and there's a crab crawler, whatever you want to call it, right there, blocking me. Anyways, we can just go through these walls and get some speed, and we can just bounce across the finish line. Once you get to the end here, you have to go into the water though. But right over here, it's the end of the zone. So 35 seconds, level complete. And Act 2 is not Act 2. Act 1's pretty great. Now Act 2, this is where the game really sucks. If I can get through this score screen. You have Sonic and Tails jumping out of water. Cool. Now Act 2... well, Act 1 was pretty fast. You can just zip right through the level. Act 2 is more of a proper water level. The main gimmick is there are these pipes. You want to hold the proper direction you want to go to, and you're going quite fast, so it's kind of hard to see which you're going to. These spikes here can be quite a pain because since you're underwater, you get pushed back a ton. So, let's say you get hit underwater. Rather than just getting hit and getting back up, you'll just float there for like 3 or 4 seconds. Now the second gimmick of Aqua Lake Zone is air bubbles. Certain air bubbles you can jump into and you can float around in. If you push up, you go faster. If you push down, you go slower. And if you push left and right, you'll go left and right. So that's pretty cool. And that's how you're going to be getting through most of these chambers. Or pathways, I should say. Now another thing to know about these bubbles is while you're in them, you have pretty much normal air. It won't go down eventually until it pops. Until the bubble pops, you will have full air, and if it touches anything, it'll pop itself, so... yeah. Be careful. Even if it slightly grazes a wall, it's done and you have to go get another bubble. Kind of annoying. These first parts we use it, pretty simple though. The last time we have to use it though, that's going to be a pain. Now this enemy right here, this crab crawler I'm going to call it, that's what I'm going to dub it. If that hits you, can knock you all the way down those paths down there, where that bubble was. We're gonna miss that bubble there, so we have to wait for a new one. Just like Sonic the Hedgehog 1-8-Bit, if you start running out of air, there'll be a timer. But I believe this one's more accurate and it doesn't take forever to go down. Like in Sonic the Hedgehog 1-8-Bit, but there's no music, so that still sucks. Now look how far I go back. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Now here you want to hold left. Am I correct? Is this the spot I'm thinking of? Yes it is, okay. And you'll get a Chaos Emerald. Once you enter that specific pipe, hold left. And you'll get that Chaos Emerald. Surprise! I just said that, but repeating myself just in case I didn't get that through to you, because once you miss that one, it's gone for good. Here we go. Now that timer's going down more properly, and there's an air bubble. Come on, can I get it? Thank you. No super scary music though, so that's a shame. Now this is the spot that's going to be a major pain to you if you're playing through this game as well. You want to go up this air bubble. You want to go in this air bubble, go up this shaft way. And there are arrows being thrown at you. There's also those little shellfish enemies. They'll home in onto you. So you pretty much want to go fast and slow here. When you get to these arrows, you want to go slow so they'll fire before you. If you get to those crawfish, you want to get comboed into them, just like I did. But anyways, you want to go fast against those crawfish. I think things might spawn if you go too far away, so you're at the top there and something goes off. You're going to be out of luck. But eventually, I think this is the time I make it. Is it? Yes? No? Maybe? Can it be, please? I want to get this over with. Water levels aren't fun. Yep. I believe, if your bubble pops here, it's fine. You can jump up here, it's just kind of tight. But you can do it. Come on. You can just barely make the jumps. So that's nice, you don't have to do it again. But anyways, that's the end of the zone. Or the act, I should say. 4.5 minutes, that's the longest one so far. Yeah, Aqua Lake Act 2 isn't very fun. Now for Aqua Lake Act 3. Which is more like Act 1. You're going to be bouncing across water and everything looks all pretty and nice. You go here, you can roll and walk into a wall. We can roll through there, and we're at the boss. This is the Mecha Sea Lion. A very easy boss. Pretty much it'll blow its little ball on its nose. You want to pop that, it'll explode on itself. Then you want to bounce onto it again, and it won't hurt you, but it'll just bounce you like a ball, as Sonic is. And then just fling you off eventually. It can hit you, but if you're just doing this, you're going to be safe. So, just do this. Kind of tracks you like how Tails' plane does in Sonic 2 for the Genesis, but we aren't there yet, so I'm not going to spoil that, although I just did. And just like that, Mecha Sea Lion is down! Get wrecked, nerd! And hit that Eggman thingamajig capsule, which I'm not sure if that's the same as like an animal capsule or not. It's different but the same, so whatever. Now it's time for Green Hills Zone. Not Green Hill Zone, Green Hills, as in plural. There's more than one hill. And if you hear this music that I'm talking over, it might sound kind of familiar to you. We'll be hearing more of it later in the series, in a couple games from now actually. So you just want to keep this in mind. Now we just try to run through a loop, but got stuck there. I should mention Sonic can't do anything that he couldn't do before. We're gonna get stuck on that loop again. So we can't spin dash like he will in Sonic 2 Genesis, or do any other special moves. I should mention that. I don't think I did earlier, but I will now. Now, you might notice something about Green Hills. There's a ton of rings. There's also a ton of lives everywhere. I think I'm missing all the lives though. But I'm getting a bunch of rings. That's for good reason, because it's stocking you up on lives. Now, Act 1 isn't too bad. Act 2 is slightly worse. But when we get to Act 3, that's when difficulty is going to just spike. So yeah, you want to get as many lives as you can right now if you're playing along. Now Act 2. Now we should see the big gimmick of this level pretty shortly. We have some spikes there. Now we have a spring here. And we didn't see it. So the main gimmick of this zone is there's lots of springs and lots of spiked pits, I should say, not bottomless. They do have bottoms, but they're just pointy and will kill you. Pretty much the same thing. Especially in Act 3 when there's no rings. Just like that. So you have to make a bunch of precise jumps while trying to avoid getting scared. Now, as I said, Act 2 isn't too bad for this. But when we get to Act 3, that's when things are going to get annoying. Now, for Act 2 here, you want to stick to the higher platforms. You want to bounce up there. You want to get to those springs up there. Whatever, we get hit by spikes, no big deal. We'll just die, that's all. We want to get to these springs. We want to keep our momentum, and there's a Chaos Emerald right there. So just stick to the upper platforms, and you should be good. Make these jumps here, and we're at the end of the zone. Or act, not zone. Keep getting those confused. I should get those in the right order someday. Sonic is past Act 2. Cool. Now for Green Hills Zone Act 3, and we'll see about all those spikes being a major pain. I played through this quite a bit, so I do have it quite memorized. Yeah, yay, blind jumps. This is super fun. Just want to take it slow. Make sure you're knowing where you're going. Use momentum to your advantage, so make sure you're following the direction you want to spring bounce. And eventually... Come on, I know you can do it. Thank you. Past me. Eventually we'll get to the boss. Which is right here. No, yes, please, no, maybe. Thought it was right there. Longer than I thought. Okay, here we go. Just taking a moment to get prepared. Now this boss is quite easy, but while the boss itself is quite easy, keep in mind that if you die here, you have to start from the very beginning. So if you die, you have to go over those blind jumps all over again. So I believe this is the Mecha Pig. I think that's what it's called. Pumbaa, I guess. That's what I'll just call him. Pretty much what he does, he bounces from left to right. The screen will shake. When you see the screen shake, you want to jump up over him, and then you'll probably hit him. If he flies upwards, you don't want to get hit, or else you'll die. When he's flying sideways, if you get hit by him, you'll die. But pretty much just when the screen shakes, jump over to him, you'll hit him, and then just wait for his next move. Anyways, that's Green Hills Zone complete. I will see you in part 3. Goodbye.